with a carload of hooligans. Don, let's see, how do I
Don
find
Root,
it?
also known as Don Root.
Christian, Bill
B,
and our driver, the infamous
Sign guy.
John
Misser.
Sign guy.
So yeah, we're gonna give you guys. We're on our way to the car wash. So
Car wash, California style.
Yes.
Anything's possible.
Just a few minutes here, and we'll be doing our first car wash video out of territory, away from the motherland.
World headquarters.
Yeah. Now I hope this car wash lives up to the to the standards of Zips there in Athens, Tennessee.
So what's going on with Virtual Railfan, Mike? Virtual Railfan, Mike?
Lots happening. Lots. Let's see. Santa Fe Junction's being wired. A couple of other spots we're working on that we're going to keep under wraps until we're ready to unveil it. But staying busy. Probably another, I don't know, 8 or 10 cams this year. I'd say. Hopefully before the year's out. We've got a ton of equipment sitting at the shop. Probably we've got enough to do, I don't know, 4 to 8 locations. Equipment that we're keeping on hand now in inventory.
So just so everybody knows kind of the schedule for the rest of the day. At 11:45, we're going to head over to Trevor's for lunch, right next to the tracks there, with the big group. We have, I think, a group at least 14 there. It looks like maybe even more. And then we are going to head over to, on the Pacific Surfliner, over at the Fullerton station. And we have a tour of the Fullerton Railroad Museum. And after a chance to Railfan, then the group's going to head up to LA Union Station. I'm sure most of them will park it over at the Imperial Western Beer Company for an hour or two, getting themselves ready for the trip. And then at 6 o'clock, the Southwest Chief is on its way back to Chicago. Mike, you're on.
Well, I hope this crew on number 4 is prepared for 2 days of madness with the VRF, the hooligans heading back. Looking forward to getting back on the train. It was great service, great crew coming over too. It was a real good time. Great trip. Amtrak was 5-star all the way.
What'd you do last night, Mike?
Oh, last night we, the Virtual Railfan crew, took a trip to, we stayed on Hollywood Boulevard, which was nothing short of interesting. Very entertaining.
For them or for you?
I think for everybody involved, to be honest with you. I rented one of those little tiny scooters and about got killed twice.
You on a tiny scooter.
Oh, that was interesting. So
I need to wait a minute or two. We're still going early.
oh, looks like we're
crashing.
oh, here we go. Car wash. That way.
So we're going to wait a minute or two to the official 11 o'clock start.
11 o'clock start time at the car wash. About 2 minutes. We'll let a few give you some time so that a couple of y'all can join us. Yes, we are in San Juan Capistrano with the hooligans. We'll be here for a couple of hours and then on to Fullerton and then on to back to LA Union Station so we can board number 4 back to Chicago and be arriving back in Chicago about, if we're on time, 2:50 on Monday.
So have you ever been to California before, Mike?
I have not.
And what's your impression so far?
This is an interesting place. Beautiful out here. It's certainly got some character.
Oh, yes. Just
having a great time though.
Yeah, and other than Mike's group, then we had a group, Bill B. and Don Root and Christian Harris and his family, and we went down to Huntington Beach for the afternoon. Walked out on the pier. It was beautiful. We got to see the sunset, and then had dinner at a BJ's restaurant, and just had a wonderful time.
Yeah, it's been a blast here. Greetings to everybody. Where's everybody from? Oh yeah, Isaac, the train ride was about, if we're on time, about 44 hours from LA back to Chicago. Got some, let's see, CPR 1234 from the UK. We got Pennsylvania, Georgia, Florida, Maryland. Greetings, everybody. Glad to have you all with us. England, Indianapolis, Gainesville. We'll be at Trevor's by the tracks having lunch here, but we're going to get started with the actual car wash adventure. Hold on, we're going to have to swap cameras here real quick.
You ready?
There we go.
Looks like we're in a line here, so we got a little wait. People like their cars clean in California, so there's always a wait.
Danny Wilson, if you're watching, this is our first car wash video outside of Athens, so gonna make it a cross-country thing. Kansas City, welcome. Chicago, welcome.
So, Mike, are you gonna do this next year?
I think so. I think we're gonna make this an annual event here. We're gonna take a different long-distance train every year for the Whistle Stop Tour. So we're thinking maybe next year doing the Empire Builder, Chicago to Seattle and back. Those of you that are wondering, I'm Mike, John, Don, Christian, and the world famous Bill Barr.
World famous, that's it.
The original Hooligan.
That's right, number 1. But I'm number 2 and I try hard. Very true.
You are number 2.
Well,
Nightbot, thanks for joining us.
so looks like we're in the number 4 spot here, number 4 slot.
And remember, always lower your antenna. Safety first. Looking forward to lunch at Trevor's by the tracks, though.
Excellent.
So who's in your group, Mike, that came out?
Let's see, in our group, we've got Mike Tippins, his brother Joel that drives the virtual Railfan car out there in Daytona Beach, Justin Cornell, our Chief Technology Officer, my buddy Andrew Furtado's with us, along with Mr. Tyler Bishop that runs all the hosting that keeps virtual Railfan ticking, and myself. Of course, we've got some fans riding with us and different legs of the trip. Had a pretty good crowd coming out of Chicago and met some real cool folks along the way. Special thanks to everybody there in Lamy, New Mexico. Flagstaff, those folks waited for us while we were a couple hours late, met us on the platform just after midnight local time there in Flagstaff and gave us a couple of bags of flag swag. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. We do, let's see, W09. We have a camera on Cajon Pass there at Hesperia. As a matter of fact, the camera host, David Pantoja, he's with us. He'll be having lunch with us. He hosts the camera out there at Hesperia along the Cajon Pass, so check it out. Great camera, ton of traffic, beautiful views each way. I believe the Cajon Pass camera right now is on the website, but pretty soon we'll be rotating a bunch of cameras out there on YouTube, so give everybody a chance to take a peek at our offerings. Looks like the line's moving up here, getting into position.
Slot 3. Well, actually, we're still 4.
Well, this looks like a pretty fancy car wash.
It's California.
Yeah, nice tile roof, palm trees.
Jimmy sucks with this weather.
We're not in Athens anymore.
Pretty sure that's a guarantee.
So maybe we'll let the fans decide. Are we going to do this car wash with the windows up or the windows down?
No, they're not going to decide, Mike.
I vote for windows down.
I know what they're going to say, and I know what I don't want.
How's the insurance on this thing?
Except my window's locked.
Not good enough. Not good enough. Nice try.
Leather seats. These will dry out before dinner time. Moonroof open.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
I've secretly always wanted to go through a car wash in a convertible, so. I don't think Amy would let us drive her Jeep. Something tells me.
So how did these car wash broadcasts start, Mike?
I started doing it on my personal Facebook page just because I'm a maniac, and it picked up a little bit of a following. So it's kind of shocking that I guess it's kind of shocking that folks have watched a car wash video. But then again, there's about 7.5 million of you guys every 28 days that watch trains, so I figure the car wash is not too far off.
Actually, I can't forget this. This is actually very important. This broadcast is dedicated to moderator Scott Worth, who was the one that demanded, he didn't request, he demanded we must have a California car wash broadcast. And here you go, Scott, this is for you.
Almost.
Getting there.
I got $2.
I've actually talked to the folks there at Zips in Athens, and I said, hey, would you guys ever consider letting us put a live camera up in the car wash? And they were actually
Open to it?
yeah. I haven't gotten that far. I figure we still got a few train locations to get done. But
You think?
Scott Worth, this car wash is for you, buddy.
And also a big shout out to our main #1 fan, Daniel Monroe, MP165. All right.
Daniel, hope you're watching.
You hooligan, we're missing you.
He's a hooligan.
What's my favorite part of the trip? Let's see. So far, the whole trip has been my favorite part. I really enjoy trying all the new food destinations and having dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the dining car. And just the lounge car is pretty neat too. Enjoyed hanging out in the lounge car and watching the scenery. Lots of beautiful scenery between here in Chicago.
Mike, was that your first time on a long distance Amtrak train?
No, we've done the Silver Star service. We used to travel up to see the world famous support guy Kevin Yutz up there in Philadelphia, and we've taken Silver Star, with sleepers from Tampa to Philly and return a couple of times. This is our first long distance trip west, and our first long distance trip with Superliner equipment.
So how'd you like the Pacific Surfliner?
Cool train.
Yeah.
Got to see some interesting stuff along the way.
Kind of neat to have a regional bi-level train, isn't it?
Yeah, real nice service. It was great. The Red Sox are playing today, so there's a lot of my fellow Red Sox fans on board. Felt right at home.
Okay, looks like we're moving up to slot number 2. We're getting there.
Decatur, Alabama is likely going to be coming up here probably in the next week or two. Santa Fe Junction, that equipment is going to ship Wednesday when we return to Tennessee. So I'm hoping to have equipment on the ground in Kansas City by Friday, and potentially an install the week after that. So y'all really like Santa Fe Junction. Ton of trains, ton of variety.
Please wait while you're... Thank you.
Please wait. Please wait. I'm sure we've got some Red Sox fan in the chat here.
We're ready. We're locked up and loaded.
Locked and loaded.
We will be. We'll definitely do a live broadcast from the Railroad Museum there in Fullerton. Once we get up there, we're gonna have lunch at Trevor's and possibly a cold beverage, and then back on the train to Fullerton.
133, I believe, is our train.
133. All right.
Cold beverage? Nice. For you?
It is warm today, though, isn't it?
The weather's been beautiful here. Last night was nice and cool.
Did you guys make it to Rahman's Chinese Theater and the footprints and the handprints from the stars, or anything like that, or a walk of fame, or?
No, we did we walked up the Star Walk. We had dinner at Mel's Diner, and then we were getting pretty tired early on, so everybody was in bed probably by about 10 o'clock. So we spared everybody in Hollywood our antics. They got lucky. Yeah.
Maybe people there got lucky.
Everybody made it on the train. Nobody got put off.
Yeah, I lost a lot of money on that bet.
Hannah Banana, if you're watching, I hope you're having a good time. I'll be home on Tuesday. Can't wait to see you. Hey, Alan, CSR2, fantastic. Fellow Red Sox fan here. Looks like they're playing today down in San Diego. That train was full of Red Sox folks. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will watch us get on our northbound train once we leave. I think John said about 1:30 or so.
Yep. Right from the San Juan Capistrano camera.
Yeah, this video is a little bit different. No trains directly involved in this one. This is just a car wash video. I do some of these on my personal Facebook page, and my strange friends really seem to have taken a liking to it. So here we are.
Also, yesterday was the first time ever that Virtual Railfan we did a dual broadcast. One was me on the platform, and we're doing a tour of LA Union Station. And Mike was on the Amtrak train itself, and it kind of showed both of them side by side on the Virtual Railfan site. So let us know what you thought of that. To be honest, none of us, we've been so busy, none of us have had a chance to watch the replay to see how it looks. So hopefully it was a good show for everyone, and something maybe we can try in the future.
Really great to see the crowd there when we arrived.
All four of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping our trip back to Chicago does not result in a BNSF unit leading our train. I'd like to keep our locomotives in some of our schedule.
So,
I have not tried the In-N-Out burger. I have I've been trying to eat local and try some non-chain places. So I think perhaps maybe on our next trip to California we'll try the old In-N-Out burger. It looks like it's our turn here, almost. Yeah, we had BNSF 5050 leading our train from Gallup, New Mexico into LA.
We're in slot number 1, Mike.
Red light, red signal.
Away we go.
I farted.
Oh, Bill, roll the window down.
Oh,
Don't open the window.
no windows open.
Can't take me anywhere.
Just hold your breath.
The fresh smell of hooligans.
So, Christian Harris, you're a very famous guy here. What has been your favorite thing so far that you've seen?
Me. Say me. Say Bill B.
Bill farted, not me.
Actually, well, wait, I can't even hear me now. The one advantage yesterday with the train being late was the group got to see the Cajon Pass in the daylight versus nighttime, where they wouldn't have been able to see anything. And everyone, and Christian was number 1 at the list there, said it was really spectacular to see all the trains going up and down that pass. Because I've gone through there dozens and dozens of times. I have never not seen at least 2 or 3 trains through there. It's just, if you ever, and people that are major rail fanners, they know that that's definitely one of the top places to watch trains in the United States.
Yeah, we met a lot of traffic once we finally got our BNSF unit in Gallup, New Mexico. All through the night you could hear several trains. We were meeting several trains, and then we got a military unit train somewhere just outside of Needles first thing Friday morning. We're going to try to do some more live streaming on the way back. We had some signal issues on the way out, so we're going to try to do a little bit more live stuff from the chief on the way back.
So, Mike, what cameras could you possibly be seen on the way back?
If you're going to follow us on the way back, you'll see us, you'll see us at Barstow, Flagstaff, and La Plata, as well as the Hesperia Cajon Pass cam. That's not a station camera, but you'll be able to see the train come up over the Cajon Pass on its way back east.
And are you guys going to try to get off the train and wave in La Plata again?
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to jump off real quick in La Plata, say hello, and that'll be our last camera that you'll catch us on before Chicago. And then we're planning to stay the night possibly in Chicago Monday night when we return, and then we'll head back for Tennessee on Tuesday morning with our lovely rental car from Enterprise. If it makes it.
Let's take that through the cover.
Yeah, I hope we don't have a BNSF unit leaving Los Angeles. I hope our train stays intact and together. Daniel, hope you're enjoying this. Sorry you couldn't be here with us. Oh, clear signal indication.
Hi, Paul.
asked if you got the hot wax upgrade.
Not today.
No hot wax.
No
for
hot
John
wax.
Today, huh? All right.
We went just standard wash today, Howard.
That could be its own video, you know, John with the hot wax.
Somehow I think Howard meant something else by that.
Yeah, next year, early discussion is that we're thinking about taking the Empire Builder from Chicago next year and going west to Seattle and return. But each year looks like we're going to do a whistle stop tour and take a different Amtrak long distance train around the country and meet some of our fans and see some of the sights. And this was somewhat of a working trip before we left Chicago. We did a site inspection at the F-Stop studio in Chicago, Illinois. And those pictures are on our Facebook page. 8 passenger tracks and 1 industrial lead with pretty great views of the downtown Chicago skyline. So, listen, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're pulling out of the car wash and headed back to Trevor's at the tracks for some lunch. And then on to Fullerton, California for a site inspection and a tour of the Railroad Museum there in Fullerton. So, appreciate you guys tuning in.
See you, everyone.
And we'll
Bye,
talk to you
everybody.
soon.